Welcome everybody. We are on stream again. Um and today we're going to cover a very chilly and as well interesting topic. This is going to be traveling. This is more like gonna be a discussion, some experiences, and also we are gonna talk about how can you travel during this time. Uh, and obviously, with me, here is Patrick.
Yes, welcome back, everyone. Yeah, as Roland mentioned, we're gonna talk about traveling and stuff. Yeah, he mentioned that today's podcast will be a little bit chilly. We'll be just storytelling and tell our past connection with traveling and our future, what we will do and what we will want to do, where we want to go and stuff. So yeah, I think we can talk about first thing first about the fact that we didn't upload last week. And actually it was because we couldn't record podcast because Roland wasn't here because actually he traveled to the Lake Balaton with his friend. So yeah, tell us some experiences.
Uh, yeah. So um, me and my friend went to Balaton, uh, which is like a very famous lake in Hungary. Uh, and we went to cycle there. Uh, as both of us are big bikers and we like riding on our bikes. So we thought, why not? Um, and honestly, if you go by bike to a place like Lake Balaton, it's gonna have a way different experience, as you can really feel the nature around you.
Of
Uh,
course. And actually, nothing will go as planned before. So you will be amazed by stuff happening around you, as
yeah,
well as you've experienced. I know that.
yeah, and like uh, Lake Balaton. So actually, the lake has its feeling, and also the surrounding mountains, I guess, are very beautiful. Uh, and we went to a lot of towns surrounding our apartment, and it was like a really catching off from everyday life. And honestly, this is one important thing we will talk about later, that how good of a relaxation travel actually is, and how good if you just get out of your everyday life for a week and everything gonna be different. I mean, I came back from my travel so much more energized, and that's really good. Uh, Also, just a funny story. We how to say it? We did suck a lot during this journey, because we wanted to cycle 104 kilometers in a day. However, we couldn't do it.
So it's like the half of the lake, half length of the lake, circling it.
2/3, actually, if I'm not mistaken. It's around 220 kilometers if you do the whole circle.
Yeah.
uh, and we would have done 120 kilometers, uh, but unfortunately we couldn't do it as I got a flat tire, and we tried to change it and stuff, but
You had troubles with it.
yeah, yeah, and uh, like at the end we actually made the new tire flat too, while we was trying to change it, which is kind of funny. But at least we tried. We could cycle 80 kilometers, which is still kind of low. We saw amazing places, uh, and towns around Balaton, and it was really great. Obviously, I was and my friend was also fed up with everything after this, because like we were on the shining sun for like 3 hours. We tried to do everything, and finally we couldn't. But now we just laugh on it. And it was a really great experience. And if you can actually uh, to somewhere in the nature where you can cycle, try it out. It really worth it. And yeah, as Patrick mentioned it, that's why we only had we, we we didn't have podcast. We only have podcast last week.
Yeah.
And before that week we didn't have videos. It was because of that. And but we are here, we are back, and we have this topic. So I have a very basic question for you. What kind of places you've been to already? I mean, cities,
I mean, like for
countries.
foreign countries or cities, or just in Hungary.
I think foreign countries and kind of, if maybe famous Hungarian cities.
So there's still count.
Yeah,
Right.
obviously.
So like, let's start with Hungary. My family is crazy about Hungary and the sites here, so we travel a lot in Hungary. Actually, I've been to Budapest, of course. I think everyone's been there, and of course, we usually, if we talk about summer holiday and where do we spend our summer holidays, then we actually agree on spending it in Hungary, especially this time because of the coronavirus and the pandemics. So it's like I travel a lot here in Hungary because I think we have beautiful sites here that you just have to like see it for yourself. For example, the capital city. For example, the southern part of Hungary. You should definitely visit, of course, Balaton. Of course, the I don't know if it's actually have an English name for it, but the Lake Fertőd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the surroundings there are also beautiful. And of course, I've been to foreign countries as well, like Turkey, Greece, Croatia. Most of the time, we usually visit European countries. Unfortunately, I haven't been to the United States, and but I would like to go there sometimes, of course.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to the east side of the world, for example, like China, Japan. So actually, I've traveled a lot here in Europe. As I've mentioned, Turkey, Croatia. I've been to Austria, of course, like the surrounding countries of Hungary. all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I've been to Spain, but I cannot even remember it. So it was like 2 days ago. My mother told me that I've been there, but I can't even uh uh flashback any memories. So like I've been to so many countries, but most of the time I've been there when I was like 2 to 8 years old. So I can't even bring up memories. For example, whilst we were going down to Spain, we've been through France as well, but I cannot even remember it. So it's like suck. It sucks
Yeah.
because you know you've told that you've been there, but you can't even remember anything. So of course I would like to visit them sometimes in the future again. But yeah, I've been there. So and what about you?
Yeah. So actually, I've been to a lot of places in Hungary and in a lot of foreign European countries too. Um, my family nowadays prefer uh, traveling abroad. Um, and like we've been to Greece, Croatia, Austria, Italy, France, Germany, Scotland, um, and also just Czech Republic. Um, Obviously, surrounding countries, like countries that surround Hungary, as I mentioned, Austria and also Slovakia, Romania, Serbia. So like actually, we've been to a lot of European countries, um, and honestly, I am very glad that first of all we could afford this, and second of all my parents were into this idea, uh,
Of
because
course, unfortunately here in Hungary, like a lot of people can't even afford it to travel like by plane.
yeah, actually we've only traveled by plane once. We were in Malta too, and like obviously it's an island, so we had to go there by plane. But we always go to everywhere by car, even to Scotland, which is like 36 hours away from us. We did it. Um,
Crazy people.
yeah, and what I can and really say from this is actually traveling was not just an amazing experience, but an incredible possibility to learn. Uh, because I see I don't know the first time when I remember we traveled abroad I was like 10 or 11, and uh and
So you have
um
memories. So
yeah, yeah,
y-
uh and so the fact is that I feel like it giving a lot to my personality, uh and I feel like I've become way more accepting, way more open-minded because I've been abroad a lot, and also I think it's a really good possibility to broaden your horizon, uh, to try out new stuff, and
experience other cultures and
yeah, and learn about other cultures,
yeah,
know about them, and also the way they live. You get a little sip into their culture, what they do, and it's, I don't know, a really interesting when you like see differences between cultures, uh, and always was like, Jesus, this is so good. This is um, this is just
This is different, like Hungary and our country.
yeah, exactly. uh, and I do think that um, people need to travel, and of course not everybody can. A lot of people cannot, which is kind of sad. uh, but if people can do it, it's it's worth, because traveling is a very different experience of the today's, and I also highly support to like travel and do sightseeing, and get a little bit into their culture, what they do, how they do, and also what they eat, drink, and also and so on and so on. It's
So,
really important.
so actually, you like to go on an adventurous trip with your family.
Yeah.
So, as a matter of fact, I wanted to ask you whether you are an adventurous traveler or you want to just sip your drink next to the beach, while sunbathing and stuff. So you prefer Exhibit A, like adventurous experience.
I do prefer that. Uh,
And
bec-
why
Dylan Monty, you are
why
my
do you
favorite
prefer that one?
streamers. Keep
uh,
it up. I love you guys.
that was weird. um, yeah. So I I do like adventures and sightseeing trips, because because uh, what I was talking about earlier, experiencing, learning, and stuff like that, only possible if you do sightseeing, if you go to the culture, if you meet people, if you do sightseeing. I obviously see why people like to go on the beach, have their drinks, and that's it. Uh, but I think you do not have to go to abroad for that. Because like, yeah, relaxing holidays, as we started the stream, can be really good, can you really get out of your everyday. uh, but for me, that's more like just go to Balaton, just have relax, and that's uh and if I go abroad, then I wanna experience new, um and I wanna get to know more and more things, um because it's always different when somebody tells you something and when you experience it. And it's true for a lot of things, honestly. um
You have to see it for yourself, of
yeah,
course.
yeah. And I think uh yeah, you do get back from your holiday actually tired than you went there, because if you really do an adventurous holiday, it's gonna be tiring, uh but it's worth. And you will be physically tired but mentally very refreshed. And I think a lot of new thoughts, a lot of new ideas can come into your mind, and actually when you get back to your everyday life, you're gonna feel a lot better, even if you are, for example, tired from an adventurous holiday. Yeah, but what about you though?
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Of course, I prefer Exhibit B. So like chilling with my drink on the beach, because my family prefers it. So it's not up to me; it's up to them. Actually, the family falls into two parts here. We usually argue about this a lot. So it's like whether we should go on sightseeing or just stay in the hotel and chilling. But actually, my mother is the leader of the family, and she always has the last word. So, and she is on my side. So we usually go on trips and experience the whole culture. My father usually would like to just stay in the hotel and chilling. Of course, he works 24/7, so he must take his time to relax. But I think if you spend a shit ton of money on going to foreign countries to visit other cultures, you must go in and you must see it for yourself, because money with money you can't buy experience, and you can't buy stuff like the memories, and without taking steps for your I don't know, mate, what I wanted to say.
Um. Anyway, I think I know what you mean.
I forgot it. Shit. Fuck. So repeat. So what I wanted to say, that if you not buy shit. So if you spend a lot of money on a trip, then you should experience the whole shit out of it. So you can't just lay in your hotel room. You can't just lay there. You can't just taking naps continuously. You must go out and you must experience the culture. You must get to know the people there. You must eat their food. You must try out their cuisine. You must drink their special drinks. So it's like money matters here. So I don't want to spend a lot of money on nothing. Of course, you rest the whole day, but you can like schedule your week. If you go in a week, you can schedule it. So for example, like, okay, we stay in the hotel for 2 days, then we go out for 3 days. So it's like you can schedule it easily.
Yeah, that's actually true.
That's what I wanted to say. Sorry.
And like, obviously, if you feel like spending a lot of money just being on a beach, that's like, okay, your decision. But I don't think it's worth it.
Of course, up to you. Of course, up to you.
Yeah. And like, what I think is pouring in a lot of money into travel is something that pays back. Not actually money, obviously, and especially because like it's very expensive. Not really matter. Okay, it matters where you go, but if you go on a holiday, it's gonna be expensive. But I think it pays back everything that you do there, everything you experience, you get to know, and everything is that you know the route. You start to know the route. You don't just see one little country like ours. You get to know what's really going on out there, and I think a lot of people doesn't even realize how important this is. There are a lot of situations, a lot of stories when very famous people are actually have the best ideas when they are traveling, when they are out of the ordinary, when they see other experiences for other ideas. We people actually appear to inspire each other, and this is what's happening during the journey, I think, and if you can afford it, as we've been saying approximately since the beginning of the stream, do it. Do it. And I think I have a very first of all, we have a very cool question in the comment, which is like, which country is your favorite? And I think now we're talking about like traveling. Obviously, can you like choose a favorite? Though.
I think I can.
Yeah.
So I have two strict rules here. So two huge sections here. One is where do I want to live in the future, and the second one is where are the countries that I would like to visit, for example, in 5 years. So as quick as I can, because life is short. You must get the shit out of it. So it's like I for section 1, I have, of course, Scotland. This is my favorite place. I've never been to Scotland. I never been to like the UK area, but I have friends and I have some stories told to me that show me the way that I think I should study there, and I should build myself there.
Yeah.
I should expand my creativity, and I should expand my whole life there. So as a matter of fact, I would like to settle down there, Scotland, or at least spend a huge not a huge amount, but to spend a bigger amount of time of my life there. So it's like I want to study there, I want to start my job and want to start my life there, and then you know what life has for you. So it's like it won't be my decision actually if I will go on. So it's like I have section B or section 2 there, which are those countries that I would like to visit like in 5 years, as quick as possible or as soon as possible. Of course, I would like to visit the US. I'm really interested in that culture. I have loads of thoughts on that country that aren't just positive but negative as well. But
Yeah, I see.
as for living there and settling there, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that because their culture is so different, and I wouldn't be able to get used to it. I think I would be annoyed by that mindset that they have there, actually.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I would like to visit the Near East, like China, Thailand, of course. Actually, I would like to spend the next summer with traveling only. So it's like start my journey. Actually, when I turn 18, after that, I would like to spend. So it's like 2 years in the future. So like not the next summer holiday, but the summer holiday after that.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
the
2 years.
summer. Yeah, the
Actually, in
summer
2 years.
of summer of 2022.
Yeah.
I think that year will be the best for me because I will be right before my graduation, so I could just rest. Not rest, of course. I could experience more of the world. So I can after graduation I can go on and concentrate on my studies at the university. So I won't get the urge to travel when the time is not really good for me, not really fits the situation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like I want to travel before I have responsibility for like life, jobs, studying, university, and adult stuff like these. So I'd like to see the world without responsibilities. And as a matter of fact, if that could happen, that would be awesome. And what about you? What's your favorite country to go to, and where would you live?
Um, so actually, I actually have a favorite city to live in. Um, and that's so far Berlin. Uh, which is like obviously capital of Germany. And a very very historical modern city, which is like kind of the center of Europe or one of the centers of Europe. Um, and I do like to live there because like first I've already been there and that city is just amazing. Uh, because I really love history and I really love technology and science. And actually, Berlin kind of represents that because it's very historical. The past 100 years went on in Berlin in case of the European history. I mean, um, First World War, Second World War, Cold War, and stuff. So yeah, it's very very historical, and I love history. But as well because it's very new built, it actually uh, been
It has both sides. So like
yeah
it's
yeah
very historical, but on the other hand, it's like
very
the
modern.
yeah.
Because like they had to rebuild it obviously after the World Wars, and as well, as far as I know, Berlin is a very, very cool city for teenagers, for young adults. Uh, so you know, it's kind of have a hectic life, but as well not the American type of that. Uh, and it's very friendly for teenagers. There are a lot of entertainment facilities. Obviously, in
Demon
every
Monta, Samalema do Malema, you assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through to you, I'm superhuman. Innovative and I'm made of rubber.
I don't know what the fuck is that.
uh,
Fuck, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. So yeah,
yeah.
keep it.
Also, I think aliens invades us right now. That's what's
No.
happening. Obviously, yeah. Sorry, guys. We love Discord and we love our friends. So
Of course. Uh, first of all, I know the whole world are listening to us now, so please, I want to say something. Listen closely.
uh,
Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. So yeah, back to the topic. Yeah, so please.
uh, so yeah.
Continue your thoughts. So yeah, I will
Yeah.
fix it.
Berlin really is an city for young people, and as well I love the German culture. Um, yeah, and I think that's it. One thing that I like to mention, I don't know if I can, for example, study there, because like, uh, I should study in German, and I do not have that good German to study, uh, uni stuff in German. But if not that, then probably Scotland is really cool for me too. Scotland is a very good place to study, um, because you can study in English for European students. It's free. I mean, it's paid by the government. So there are a lot of possibilities. But actually, for living, Berlin is my go-to.
Of
Uh,
course.
yeah, and for traveling and like favorite traveling country, um, I I'm not sure if I like have one. Because because
So
I'm
so yeah, let's
I'm
talk about
interested.
what's your goal in like 5 years to go.
Yeah. I by the way, if I like to be honest, then I could go to like, if there is a possibility, I would go to any kind of country nearly, except like those which are dangerous and stuff. But if I like really have to choose, then I would really say Scandinavia, Norway, Finland, Sweden. These are all countries that I really like to visit. I like to go to the east and get a sip into Chinese culture, into Japanese culture, uh, and also Indian culture. Very, very different cultures, but as well very interesting ones. Uh, Also, uh, I would really love to go to Morocco, uh, and as well some Southern American countries, um, such as Argentina, uh, and also like I'm interested in the US too, but like uh, what so the countries I said before, those are countries I'm more interested in. Uh, Obviously, I don't know if I have the possibility, because like traveling very far is way more expensive, and uh, I'm not sure if I can. Uh, but at least in my dreams, these are countries which are must, honestly. Um,
Yeah, I can see why.
yeah, and um, we talked about the past, we talked about the future. Let's talk about the present. Um, so if you have the possibility to travel abroad right now, would you go? Uh, and this question is because Corona and quarantine and stuff is out there, and now it's pretty like hectic to travel.
Of course, depends on the country, of course. So like to the UK, I don't know. I'm not afraid of the virus or shit. I'm afraid of the limits that are actually exist there. So it's like they are still in quarantine and can they can go outside, but most of the sightseeings are closed, I think. So it's like the tourism is dead there in the
Yeah,
UK
in the UK,
as well
yeah, it is.
as well as in Sweden, or actually America starts to breathe, but like I won't go there neither. But I think I would go to Germany, and I would go to European countries, except for Italy, because I still believe that there are sightseeing that are closed as well. So I'm not afraid of the virus that I would catch it or something. I would be included, but I'm afraid of the fact that I can't even visit like the sightseeings and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is the only thing I'm afraid of. I don't know. What about you?
Actually, because I'm not endangered of the virus, I'm not really afraid of that. But so yeah, that's one thing, that sightseeing places are not open in a lot of countries, and that sucks. Understandably though, because like, yeah, a lot of people are there, a lot of tourists are there. But as well, I would go to countries like as you mentioned, maybe Germany, or Croatia. I would go to closer countries right now, not going on huge trips. And as well, I would really like have a big research. I usually have if I travel, but like in this case, for example, I heard that if you go to Croatia, you can register yourself at a Croatian site, which is an official governmental Croatian site. And then at the border, they see your ID or passport, and you are already in their system, so you cannot get into a lot of troubles because of that, or a lot of way things. So what I would definitely do is having research, getting to know everything about right now, what are the possibilities, such as like this register system in Croatia. And like, yeah, I by the way, I would go. Actually, at the end of the summer, we will go to Prague. I mean, me and my family, but it's like kind of far away.
Yeah. So we have a question here. Do you think that this crisis in America actually affects the airlines and the people, the first experience and the first impression of people who go there right now? For example, like the state of Minneapolis. So I think there are still riots there.
Yeah, actually, there are riots like everywhere right now in America.
So actually, how it affects, I think, in a huge amount.
I'm sure it does. Because like these are okay. So a lot of protests are peaceful, but not all of them, and understandably why. I mean, now a lot of people speak up, a lot of people stand up for black rights, and we know that they can gain their aims if they really get into this, if they really get, I'm not saying into a revolution, because so it's like half a way into a revolution though, and obviously, even though I totally support all these Black Lives Matter movements and stuff, I'm not sure if I'm a tourist there, then I wouldn't be afraid of stuff. Also of police violence against protesters, because like as a tourist, as you not live there, I think you are kind of can easily feel endangered in situations like this.
Of course, and I think these areas are restricted, so it's like limited, so you can't even go there if there's protests and riots. So, and I think you won't because you have brain and yeah and stuff. So I think it really affects in a bad way because I think this is the this is the time that when people would, after the coronavirus, they can feel a little bit safer, more safer. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's like they feel, yeah, more safer, and then they can go on and go to, for example, to the US for a vacation or for a summer holiday. But actually, they can go there right now because of these riots. Of course, I believe, and I think that those tourists are like invited, or at least not, where the real huge tourist areas I think are not affected that much.
yeah, maybe. Uh,
For
I
example, the seaside or the beach of LA or something. So I think these are not affected that much.
yeah, I
For
see.
for like the roads and districts like the like Chinatown and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Probably it's like that. And also, I think we have only one kind of topic about travel. Uh, and so, what do you think of travel, of tourism, uh, in case of political point of view? And now I mean as job opportunities, environmental environmental influences, uh, and stuff like that. So, do you think that tourism is good for politics, and if ever is that environmental problems that it can cause?
Well, I believe that in today's world where a money center system is alive, and in this world when this works, this is the inside core of our humanity and our era, then tourism is the second core of this whole world, because I believe that 10,000s of people are traveling by aeroplanes right now at this moment,
Probably.
and they, of course, they've paid for their seat, they've paid for their accommodation and stuff. So I believe that tourism is the most effective section of money circulation,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I believe this is good for economy because it actually makes it quicker and makes it faster. But I believe for politics right now, it's not the best. Of course, because of the pandemics, and of course because of these riots and Black Lives Matter movements in the US. And actually, I believe that tourism will be on a next level in the future. So it's like we won't travel in this on this planet like, oh, I don't know how to say this, but so tourism will be on the next level, and I think this will be space tourism, if that will happen. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, it's probably, yeah.
And this step will be the most influential steps of all time of this world's history, I believe, because then the core of the economy will definitely be, I think, tourism. And actually, I think as job opportunities, tourism is great, I believe, because, for example, you can be a pilot for airlines. You can be stewardesses for airlines. You can be uh, like the leader of the trip. I don't know how they say this. Like the
Guides, actually.
yeah, yeah. Tourist guide. You can work in a hotel as a chef, or actually as a waiter or waitress. So tourism and the urge in people that they want to explore the world throughout their lives actually makes the economy work better. And actually, this fact gives a lot of jobs for a lot of people, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think nothing's wrong with this. Nothing's wrong with this.
Yeah. In most of your points, I can agree with you. Because like tourism is part of the economy, and it's like a big part of the economy. As you said, a lot of job opportunities, a lot of entertainment facilities work so much better with tourism, and also accommodations, traveling, and stuff like that are way better. Um, and as well, so like tourism is really good for people who are tourists. It's really good for the economics and for politics. Yeah, as you mentioned, right now, because of the pandemic, because of the US situation, on that case, it's not that good. But in generally speaking, it's good for us. Uh, and and one thing which is not cool, and I think they should come up with some ideas, is environmental affections, because like indeed where in cities where tourism is very high, trash and also um, other so CO2 emissions are much higher. Obviously, CO2 emissions because of the travel, and trash because of the tourist, and so I believe that there are solutions for that. I think they should control it. A lot of police officers should like control what people do. I mean, in case of throwing away their trash, where they throw away their trash, and also I think they really should improve on CO2 emissions while you travel to a place. And inside of cities, they should not let anything but public transport and bicycles and stuff. But yeah,
I can agree with that. Totally.
Except environmental stuff, which is right now very important. Tourism is very good for us, for your individual for economics, for government, type stuff. Yeah, right now it's a bit different. But yeah, and I think that was all for today. I don't know if you wanted to add anything else.
I don't know. I believe I don't want to.
Yeah, then that was all for today. I hope we hope you enjoyed this kind of casual, this kind of an experience sharing stream. But at the end, we got really serious, I think. However, I hope you could enjoy it. If you did, then hit us a like, subscribe. It's important because we want to reach 100 subscribers, as Europe system will handle us way better. So if you can share it, that would be really appreciated too. You can follow us on a lot of other social media such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and yeah. My name is Roland,
My name is Patrick.
and see ya after the blackout.
Goodbye, guys.